So, back at the dentist this morning, we've dropped Emmy off, come back to get a checkup on the work I had done a couple of weeks ago. Everything's going well there. Still got a couple more weeks of healing, booking in the rest of that. So today, big day again. I have overnight received 37 emails. Turn you off. I was up till 2 last night doing content for Good Health Long Life and content for my own page, uploading YouTube videos, and the emails just kept rolling in. So yeah, 37 of them sitting there now. Got to go get them done. Then we got to get down to hydrotherapy, and it's the Thursday, so it's a late shift. So yeah, look, actually, here's something a bit out there. I got involved in a bit of a Twitter debate at the moment over taxis versus Uber. A few nights ago, there was something on the TV. I decided to weigh in with just a couple of truths. I'm not trying to stir anyone up, or I'm not even saying one's right, one's wrong. My argument is that the taxis should win simply because they were here first. The infrastructure is here for them. I don't understand how they're losing this. The only way they're losing it is that they're greedy. And if the taxi drivers and the taxi companies audit themselves and check their egos at the door and start demanding better quality of their drivers and start demanding better pay rates and start competing. You know, 5-star hotels compete with each other. They don't go and whinge that their $500 bed isn't selling when everyone else is selling the same room for $100. And that's led to some very interesting debates, some hate. I tell you what, I'm very excited. I got my very first piece of threatening email or message yesterday, told by a guy that he was going to find where I lived and kill my family because he thought that I was saying taxi drivers are wrong. Now, at the same time, I have had so many taxi drivers that don't speak English, don't know where you live, you know, all the stereotypes. But the biggest thing that pisses me off is, even if they're Australian, let me start again. The biggest thing that pisses me off, even though, I mean, they're all Aussie, obviously, but no matter where they're from, even if they were, you know, the most true blue bogan ochre Aussie you can think of as a taxi driver, every single taxi driver I've got in their car in the last 9 months, or even longer, is on their phone. They've got an earpiece in and they're talking to their friends and family while driving around. You know, you can't rate a taxi driver. You can't track and little things like that. It's the little things that immediately they could do to up their game, and that's my point. It's not that the taxi drivers or that Uber are better necessarily. It's simply that Uber are meeting the demands of the public better right now. The taxi drivers were to pick up their game, change the way they approach it. People will always pay more for better service, but that's the problem, is right now Uber's providing the better service and they're doing it cheaper. So the taxi drivers can keep their flag fare and keep their ridiculously high credit card prices, but if they go out there and provide a better service, a better experience, actually treat their customers like freaking royalty on every single trip, whether it's a $5 fare or a $500 fare. If they started to do that, Uber would not exist in about 24 months.
Play like Chris Style, you know the deal. No one knows how to react when it is being real. No gimmick, I finish with no limits. Talk, but you never stop.
Hey Lisa, it's Nick Upton from Limb Nottage Physio. I just wanted to give you an update with some news that's happening around the community involvement group. I had a meeting with a team who is based in Christie's Beach next Tuesday the 28th. The meeting is around getting them to provide services to you in Aldinga. So I will let you know how that meeting goes as I am meeting with their state manager to make sure that there is no loss of communication and that if they make a promise they can actually stick to it. Hi Anna, it's Nick Upton. I'm sorry I missed your call. Give me a call back when it suits you. Talk soon. Bye. At Evolving? Sure, what's up? Yep. So absolutely nothing. Great. Well, Evolving potentially going to need every single one of those dollars. And they've given you... Let's see. They've given you 2.5 hours of me. And they've given you 4 hours or 5 hours if you round it up of somebody offering you some assistance in core support. So, okay, so they're giving you a total of 14 weeks from plan start to plan end. The amount, so the figures change for absolutely everybody. When I look at your plan, I don't look at your numbers, I look at percentage. So the percentage of the money from the total of your old plan is identical. The car in front of you is loaded with cows. Yep. Just a good old day in the countryside, driving behind some good quality beef. So hydro done, dusted. I'm exhausted. And I just dropped the camera. And my phone just keeps beeping in and out for charging. It has been hectic. Today you can call me firefighter. It's been one of those days. Here's something I want to share with all of you. I've been, being part of my 6-week thing's been eating and exercising correctly, been really conscious with what I've been eating and taking into my diet, as well as the fact I had my wisdom teeth ripped out. So, that limited a lot of foods I could eat. So I had to be really strategic with making sure I was having really healthy and hearty soups really early on. And anyway, long story. I noticed today, I used to have takeaway food probably 25% of my week, 30% of my week. And then today when we got here to the aquatic center, we were early, so my boss was like, hey, I'm going to buy you lunch. She got us a couple of chicken schnitzel burgers, right? I felt so lethargic during these sessions today. And then I was going through my Snapchat and Callum Maddox put out this freaking post that says food affects your mood, and I was like, oh, that's what it is. I haven't had any crap food in so long that the one time I do, it just brings me right back down to ground zero. So have a look at your diet. Maybe you're feeling tired, stressed, overworked, underpaid, and it's actually more based on your diet than the actual environment. There's some food for thought, pun intended.